Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're on part two of responding to Jay Snow's question. His current situation. He's a new barber. He's at the barber shop, and the barber shop owner is taking 50% of what he makes. He's working a lot, and he's having foot pain, and he's just becoming really stressed out. So in the earlier video, we talked about his getting off of either restructuring his commission deal, getting onto a booth rental, being able to look at the actual type of owner that he's working for. And just to recap, is because a lot of barbers have issues talking to their owners, right? About either situations, commissions, split money, things like that. And their reaction, you're going to be able to tell a lot. And once somebody shows you who they are, as Maya Angelou would say, believe them. If they show that they're like just a kind of like a greedy person that just wants to take advantage of you, believe them. If they seem like they're kind of not trustworthy, or you don't like their business, the way they run their business, believe who they are, because it's not going to change, and don't ever become so attached to a situation or a shop that you're afraid to leave, or you're cautious about leaving, because this is only a small period of time, and there's so much better things out there for you. And I know this to be true because I've worked with different shop owners that were either trafficking or doing something that it just wasn't cool. I mean, I had owners when I wasn't there ripping up business cards, talking, trying to go and cipher clients, all different types of stuff. So I've been in a lot of different situations, right? And I know this is when you step out on faith, and when you go, and sometimes you leave a situation and you might not know where you're going to go. I didn't know where I was going to end up, but I left those situations, and by grace of God, the universe, whoever that you see, or whatever force that's out there, law of attraction, I actually landed in the most ideal situation after I made that jump. But you got to jump sometimes. It's going to be scary. You're going to be thinking, well, how about my clientele, all that kind of stuff. Don't worry about it. Get the clientele, get your information, and keep on moving forward. All right. So, Jay, you're having some issues that a lot of barbers have. So don't feel like you're by yourself when you're starting to feel pain or discomfort from cutting hair. It's perfectly normal. You know what? Scratch that. It's not normal. It's common, but it's not normal, right? And it's common because I've been through it too. At the end of the day, your hands are like still vibrating from clippers. I've had that. I've had pain in my shoulders, where just lifting my comb up was very challenging. Putting my seatbelt on at the end of the day was painful. Standing for long periods of time, like you're experiencing, that was really hard. I mean, it started off just slight pain, and then it became more and more common. And what a lot of barbers do is that we ignore it because we're about our grind. I worked 7 days a week, and my motto was, I'm going to grind till the wheels fall off. So I iced when I got home. I took Aleve, ibuprofen for years, which was really dumb because I messed up my stomach really bad, to the point where I started seeing blood in my stool. It was just it was terrible, Jay. And I don't want you to go through that, because what will happen, and what happened to me, is that I kept on ignoring it. I kept on ignoring all the warning signs that my body was giving me. And eventually, after working, it was like a 12-hour day, and my foot was hurting all day. And I was over at my mom's house. I'm going to share this story with you. I haven't really told too many people this. But I was over at my mom's house, and I'm laying in the bed, and I just finished counting my little cash for the day, feeling pretty good about that. But then I was like, man, my foot just feels like it's on fire. It was just like this burning sensation that I had in my foot. So I got out of the bed, and I put one of my feet down, and it felt like it just exploded, right? It was just so much pain, and I just called out for help. I was like, hey, I need some help, and I kind of like, I didn't even make it to the bathroom. I just turned around and just fell into the bed, and I looked down, and I couldn't recognize my right foot because it has swollen up so much. I mean, it wasn't even recognizable to me. It was like this, like I was like overweight diabetic foot, on mine. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I remember that to get to the restroom, my mom had to help me out. We had this computer chair over at her house, and she pushed me in, basically into the restroom so I could use the restroom and everything. And I remember as I was using the restroom, my foot is all hurt. I said, wow, I used to say, grind till the wheels fall off, and it actually did. And for the next, I want to say 3 months, I was laid up, couldn't cut any hair. The only thing that I really had loved, which was barbering, I felt like it was taken away from me. All the savings that I had built up was gone. I had medical insurance, but at that time my deductible was $50 every time. The copay was $50. So all this shit that I had worked for, grinded for, to kind of build up, to feel like I was doing something, or feel this feeling of success, was gone, because I had worked myself sometimes 7 days a week. I was 280 pounds. I had wasn't taking care of my body. I didn't stop when my body told me to stop, and it was really bad, and it kind of led to a depression for some time. I ended up coming out of that, which I put in another video, but I found out later that I had arthritis in both of my shoulders, no cartilage in either of my shoulders, and my foot had fractures in 3 places. I had bone loss in my heel, and basically my body was just falling apart from all the grinding and not taking care of it. So I encourage you, my brother, and everybody out there that is doing this, that it's time to make some changes. It's time to listen to your body and stop grinding. Stop grinding, not so hard, but so not smart. So we're going to talk about that more in the next video. Stay tuned, all right?